answer me.
Hello everyone, Trollocs here. I have been playing a lot of Minecraft multiplayer the last few weeks, and I've just been really tweaking with my Redstone world to combine Redstone and just secret bases, which are two things I really enjoy. Because, it's always fun to try and put a little bit of detail, even if the server I play in is not really a faction or a war one. It is just generally good to just have these tiny builds just to test around my redstone potential. So now into the video. Yeah, this video is a showcase of ideas for hiding bases, items, anything you can imagine. Hope you enjoy! So first we have this well that uses calibrated skulk sensors to pull these stone stairs whenever you interact with the fence gate. And I know it's not very hidden because anyone that comes in will want to open these gates, but it's just a very fun design if you want to make an underground base and just do not know what to do, right? And even here, since we're using calibrated skulk sensors, if we want to make a small hallway with a door, we can really fade and do some cool textures with these grays, right? We have andesite stone, and we mix with this wool, so it suppresses the noise that the pistons and the trapdoors would make, not opening the fence gates, right? And same, I just did the scrap idea so we can get out, because this is you can leave the same way. But if you just want an elevator to make it quicker, you could integrate it to a small crop field using, darker colors to mix with dirt and this wool that does the same thing as the wool down there. It just suppresses the noise that the trapdoors would make if you open it. And the second design I'd like to show off is for people who like building libraries, right? This one, it is a blank wall, and if you pull some books, nothing really happens until you pull this specific book. It opens. What we're doing here is having some clever use of comparators here, right? Because this outputs into this subtracting mode comparator, which turns off this and just pulls it back, right? And since this one, if you pull this book, it outputs a bar of 6. If we go back here, let me show you. It pulls back because it subtracts, and this turns into 0 power, which doesn't turn off this torch, which doesn't turn off this torch. Right? So what we do here is, if we want to close it, you just pick another book. Right? That fixes it. This third design came to me when I was playing around with the new wind charges that they added in 1.21, and I really got interested by the idea of wireless redstone, right? So here we have just a small platform, and up there is this flying island. So if we step on this, which this is a dispenser, but it mixes well with the stone, it throws a wind charge, which if it hits the button, will open that piston, letting us into with this cool water elevator that is really compact and easy to make. It is literally a button that goes into a copper bulb, which just turns off this piston, which just pulls it, and boom, you have a water elevator which you can activate wirelessly. It's gonna really elevate your flying island builds, and I'm so excited to build some stuff with this. Now this mine shaft I really enjoyed playing with, because if you know, redstone ore has this property where if you walk or you punch it, it sends off a block update that can be detected by observers. So if I go into survival and I punch this redstone ore, it gets detected by an observer, which opens this door. It's a really small and easy to make system. It really is just an observer into a door. Nothing to it. If I just want to close, I either wait for the effect to fall off, or I can just punch the other, go about my day. Now this one, it doesn't have much secrets compared to the other. It is just a very simple pressure plate in the middle of a waterfall that you can just go into the axis with this 1x2 flush piston door. It's really easy to make. I made just a mock-up of it. Of course, there are more compact designs in the internet. I think I saw like a too wide flush piston door once. I'm like, dude, this, if I like it like this, imagine just this flush door being like too wide. So I really need to tweak it around a little bit. Yeah, this is just my take on the 1x2 piston door. And it just works really well there. It's just a small pressure plate next to this, which, allows it to be really compact and just fit in really well. This one I really enjoyed making, because here we actually have 2 ways to open the door. And if you look around, you can probably figure out how. First one is this simple trapdoor observer entrance. If you go to this specific one, you can open it. It is not that hard to make, but it's pretty well known. So we can distract them. This composter plant entrance. So by filling up the composter, you can join in the room, right? And if you just want to close it, you take out the bone meal, and you can refill it later if you want to. On the topic of plants, I really liked the idea of this one, that I made this thinking of observers, because here we have observers in the walls used as decoration, right? And with the item frames in front of them, nobody would notice an actually working observer in the middle of these. So, if we take these, nothing happens. By taking this specific one, the door closes, and when the shrubs grow back, it automatically closes. Now that we got some items to spare, it is well known that a lot of people just make secret entrances by putting, holes behind paintings that you can jump into. But I tried to elevate the idea using hoppers and items. If we go to the specific painting, chuck an item, boom. The hopper sends out a signal that pulls back these 2. So if we want to close it and keep our item, we can just access it from here. Easily could implement a lever. I can just pull it back whenever you want to go from it to the gallery. And it allows a aesthetically pleasing building to turn into your little secret base. On the topic of hoppers, I wanted to take that same idea from the art gallery and apply it to the times where we die and don't actually have an item to chuck in. I made this small room for Poppy, and we can take the Poppy, chuck it into this carpet, opening up, and same with the art gallery, we can just take it out and easily, if we want, just put a button here, or just anything to open it from outside. And when we eventually make it back to the room, we refill this pot with the Poppy. We can infinitely go back and forth. Now on to our last contraption. I wanted to take a simpler route instead of the other ones. Here we have a bunch of cauldrons, and it's pretty obvious what we have to do. If we go to survival mode, we take one of these buckets, and this one doesn't work, this one doesn't work. But of course, choosing a specific bucket allows you to go through, and it's also the same idea as a library, it's just comparator coming in and turning off this torch, which closes the door. It's pretty simple to build. But of course, just like the well, people are probably going to try every single cauldron. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed these ideas. Goodbye. Remember to like, subscribe, and give me some feedback in the comments. The most valuable thing you guys can do is give me some feedback, because I want to improve and make better videos for you guys. But yeah, peace.